everybody, coming to you from bed with coffee. Cheese. Today's vlog is brought to you by, no, I'm kidding. This is Stok Cold Brew Unsweetened. It is so sweet. Keep that in mind if you're a person who's really trying to cut down on artificial sweeteners, or creamer with artificial sweeteners or whatever, that the Stok Cold Brew, the cold brew process makes coffee sweet. It pulls the sweetness out of the coffee without adding stuff to it. It's natural. And when he adds like creamer, you're just like, please, just a little creamer, just a little bit, because it's so sweet. But he goes, I tasted it and it tasted bitter, so it's probably good for you. Thanks, Jim. Yesterday, if you watched the vlog on our anniversary, was a good day in many ways up until a certain period of time. It was actually a really good day. There's a couple of things we're dealing with. I found out, I'm sorry about the shaking. I just realized I'm shaking. We found out about what the problem was with my body, and we're still trying to deal with how to deal with it. Today, I'm at the 24-hour mark from my injection, and my knee actually hurts worse than it did before the injection, which could be just like I did a lot on it yesterday. It could be the pain that I didn't feel while I was getting the shot is kind of like coming up now. But what I realized is, and this is nobody's fault, it was going by very fast. And I know, you know whose fault it is? It is the United States medical system. Just kidding. Because the doctor really wanted to treat me and he wanted to treat both issues, and he only had 15 minutes sort of thing, you know? I didn't really get to tell him my story. And because I really, before he gave me the shot, I wanted to ask him about drawing the fluid for the test, how they found the staph the first time, 10 years ago. So then I started to, like, not panic, but I started to be like, oh, what would happen if I got steroids and there was staph in there? Like, would that make it worse? Trying to think about all the medical dramas that I've watched. Trying to watch House. I love House, if you guys don't know. He's like the Sherlock Holmes of medical diagnosis. And it's actually supposed to be played off on that a little bit. His drug addiction and his lack of social skills and his need to know the truth, that kind of thing. A House and Home, get it? But anyway, I'm just like, oh, what happens when you put steroids on an infection? I don't know, that might be worse. So it hurts. It hurts. The medication regimen, which I'm not mad at myself, but I did what I had to do to go to the appointment yesterday, is I had to like readjust the times so that I could, like, medication was going to be due while I was at the doctor's office. And I really wanted to take it all before I went to the doctor's office because A, I didn't want to have to take it while I was there. B, I wanted to have like the most assistance on my pain levels before I went out and did these things. So then, like, the timings for the rest of the day kind of got screwed up. So it's like, you want to take this one, you don't want to take it too close. These are 6 hours apart. These are every 3 days, like 3 times a day. You're like, okay. So what I realized yesterday in the evening when I started to, like, we were watching movies or whatever, I started to get really uncomfortable around 8 o'clock. And I realized at that moment that I don't take any medication between 6 and 10. Which is too long. My body has been used to getting something every 2 hours of different forms, not the same thing. So, and especially at nighttime, to have that spread where at nighttime I'm already overdone, I'm already overtired, I'm already over in pain, you know, like just from the day. Oh, look at the beautiful chin. That's a beautiful thing. Just that's like I'm over, you know, it's already, the end of the day is already hard enough. So I did this morning, I woke up and I took the iPad and I readjusted the schedule. Some things, see, when the doctor says every 6 hours, it's every 6 hours. But when the doctor says 3 times a day, you can decide. But some medications, like with pain medications, if you do, like, okay, so the pain medication, the gabapentin is 3 times a day. Now, if I had decided 8 a.m., 2 p.m., and 8 a.m., and 8 p.m., like kind of thing, I wouldn't get any medication from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., and that's no bueno. Because even though you're supposed to be sleeping, when you're in pain, that'll wake you up. So I would spread that out around like the 8-hour mark, because 3 times a day is like kind of every 8 hours. It's not the same instructions, but it's the same type of formula. So I was trying to like figure out when I could do the Gabby does post the iBu, and then it's like, is this working? Is this enough? And because my knee hurts so bad this morning, I just said to Jim, I'm like, I don't even know if I want to go for this hip shot because this doesn't feel better and it actually feels a little worse. And he's like, give it time. I said, I know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be negative. It's not like me to be negative. It's just that I'm uncomfortable. So I don't want to say I slept good because I was up a lot. The way I did my medication last night, I took the gabapentin at midnight. Now, I took the gabapentin at 11:10. And then I was due to take the ibuprofen at midnight, but I said, let me sleep. And if I need the ibuprofen in the middle of the night, I'll take it then. And I did. I woke up at 3:30. But it was not bad because I kind of fell asleep by like 10:30. So it was a good 5-hour chunk. And then I took that and I tried to calm down a little bit, like just relax a little bit. And I kind of dozed off back to sleep after like about an hour and a half. And then the same thing, woke up and I said, it's far away from medication time. So I took 2 supplemental ibuprofen, which I know I'm not supposed to. Not 200 milligrams. So one pill. My brain is in like, not pharmacy mode, but just like pharmaceutical mode. My brain's like, I take 6, and then I take 2, that's 8, and that's good. And like that. Not 2 pills, 200 milligrams, sorry. So I did that, and that helped a little bit. Just to ease the pain a little bit so I can get comfortable. It was kind of like a rough night morning sort of situation. And I kind of was expecting a little bit of it. I think I told you guys yesterday, tomorrow, I was like, tomorrow I'm either going to feel horrible, I'm going to feel fantastic. Like, sometimes moving makes me feel like, oh, I can move forever. And then sometimes moving is like, girl, what did you do? But, yeah, so that's where we're at with that. Oh, sorry about that. That probably just made everybody yawn. I got post-nasal drip. I spoke to my sister. I spoke to my bestie. They both have very similar issues. So my sister just had her knee replaced and has to have the other one done. And my bestie needs to have her hip replaced. And then I spoke to the other bestie, and she's going through prayers for Sharon. Sharon and her family. Sharon's very blessed, but her family's, she needs some prayers. So flood Sharon with prayers in the comments. She's such a caring, giving person. It's, sometimes you're like, why do bad things happen to good people? But that's just the way it happens. Like, things just happen to people. There is no justification to it, really. But, okay, so I'm sorry I'm so laying down. I actually spent most of my night on my back and my right side. And when I went to come on my left side just now, it was excruciating. So I'm like, I had to wait, calm. I took my morning meds. Jimmy put on the Voltaren cream. Let's let it settle. Had a little cry. I cry because I'm in pain. The pain hurts. The pain does bring me to tears. Sometimes it takes my breath away. But I cry because of frustration too. I just want to let you know that. I'm done. I'm done being in bed. I'm done. Like, I'm just done with this whole thing. I just want to be better. I want to have my life back. It's so frustrating, you know? Okay. What else? Today is our anniversary. I'm filming this on our anniversary. Jim went to go do his morning vlog and his Bible study or Hagee study. I'm not really sure what he's up to today. But trying to decide what we want to do. I originally just wanted the IHOP in bed with my husband, like kind of thing, you know. I love their Colorado omelet. If you can get them to make it without the pancake mix, it's like almost no carbs. I don't know if you know this, but to make omelets really fluffy at IHOP, they put pancake mix in their omelet. I think we write just eggs, plain just eggs, right? Oh, cracked eggs. That's what we say, cracked eggs. But anyway, it's so good. It's got like pot roast in it, a lot of meat. It's got ham, bacon, sausage, and like this pot roast meat. It's so delicious. And then they usually serve it with salsa, but the last 3 times I got it, I didn't get no salsa. It's like messed up, man. It's messed up. And it comes with pancakes. I usually get the harvest nut and green, which I've been trying to avoid the wheat, so I don't know if I'll actually get those. I might just get Jimmy 2 extras to keep for him for later. That's what I wanted. What I wanted, well, let's put it this way. I want to go out. I want to feel better and go out. But what I was going to do since I was stuck in bed was that. So last night he said, how about I make us breakfast in bed? I'll make you the omelet. He goes, I have everything. I said, except the pot roast. And then he goes, and tomorrow night I'll make us dinner. I asked him to brown up some ground beef with some ground chicken, just to make the calories a little less. But when you combine the meats, it's actually pretty good. The chicken takes on a lot of the flavor of the ground beef. And to make like taco meat so that I can have it in different, I think I mentioned it yesterday, so I can have it in different applications. And he's like, well, why don't I do that? And I'll make that. And then half of it can go into chili mac. I'm like, honey, I appreciate all of that. If you want to do any of that, that's fine. I did ask you to make 2 pounds of meat for a reason because it goes kind of fast. So if you're going to take half of it and go to chili mac, you should just made me a pound of meat kind of thing. So maybe if he does that, I'll have him take out a 1/3 pound of ground beef. And he can do that. And I'll have 2 pounds left. And he'll have 1 pound for his chili mac. But I can't really have chili mac. Well, I can. We have gluten-free noodles. So I can make it a carb day and have the chili mac. But he said he thinks he have gluten-free noodles. Especially if I do decide to have the pancakes. There's no way I'm having the pancakes and pasta. But we'll see. He said, I said, I just don't want you to have to cook on your anniversary. It's your anniversary too, you know. He's like, you're sweet. It's okay. I was like, he's like, I feel like I want to do this for you. I was like, all right, well, maybe we'll just do that. So we'll see. Of course, money, like, you know, not to talk about our finances necessarily, but obviously not being able to work the way I want to work is making a difference this last week or so. So financially, it's probably better if we don't eat out. But by the time you're seeing this, it'll already been over and done with. I told him what I wanted for my anniversary is for him to go to the Dollar Tree, FaceTime, and buy stuff for me. Not for me, but for me to see, to have, to show. I've had so many people say to me, like, you're, that you're lazy, this, that, the other thing. I'm like, I, who wants to be like this? Who wants to lay around and have no life? I guess if you're depressed, I take that back. I guess if you are suffering from depression, mental illness, I understand the chronic pain, obviously, because you don't, it hurts to move. Why move? But I know if I don't move, I won't get better. Um, but, oh, it hurts to move. I said to him, I'm like, I think I could sit up long enough to do your hair. Would you like me to do your hair this morning? And he's like, I don't know, I'll think about it. I was like, okay. So then the alarm went off to do my cream, and he's like, do you want me to do your cream for you? I'm like, if you wouldn't mind, because I haven't been on my left yet, and it's going to take me a long time to be comfortable enough to reach down and put the medication on. So he's like, no problem. So he puts it on. I'm in a lot of discomfort because I rolled over. And he puts it on, and I said, I'm sorry I can't do your hair. I had to go to the bathroom, which took up like my seating. And I have to sit and get into bed this way. I was like, I'm so sorry. It just zapped it all out of me. He goes, it's okay, honey. I've gotten used to doing my own hair. I'm like, but I like doing it. Oh. Do you want to hear something weird? I have my Bible study app. And when I went to search for dealing with chronic pain, all of it was about like emotional pain. It really was. And I wonder, like, there's got to be people who are dealing with it who don't have the ability to get pain management under control. I'm going to keep searching. I'm trying different keywords to, like, dealing with pain, chronic pain, injury. I was doing, like, all these different keywords to try to find one. I did find some that kind of can, too, that do, like, mind, body, and soul, that help, like, they can help with your body, like, finding relief in your mind, body, and soul, but just two of them. But anyway, I don't know, that was like a weird offshoot of the conversation. I said yesterday, I wish I could just sit up in bed for a little while. Even if it was like 10 solid minutes, 10 minutes is better than nothing. But I did say to Jim that the new Suicide Squad movie comes out on HBO Max tomorrow. So I was like, ooh, we could watch that for our anniversary. Maybe it'll start streaming at midnight. So that'll be the end of our anniversary. But we haven't been up till midnight in a couple of days here. Having to get up so early to go to the doctor yesterday made it like, let's adjust our schedules a little bit. Which isn't bad, actually. I don't find it to be terrible, I do love having him gaming here. Just that we have like that, we're out of mom's space. She has some peace and quiet. At the end of the day or whatever, that we're together more, but really it was funny because, one game he played, do you guys know, like, you sometimes can trigger a seizure with light? So sometimes, like, the flash of the light could cause seizures. And whenever we were at the group home and someone had a seizure disorder, we were very mindful of that. So I was laying here watching, and one of the things was like with the light. And I was like, dude, what are you trying to do? Trigger a seizure? And he's like, what? I said, what is that game that's flashing like that? And he's like, oh, I'm doing whatever. And I was like, okay, maybe try not to play that at like after 11 p.m. Play that one early. Because I'm trying to fall asleep, and all of a sudden, like, through my eyelids, it's like, boop, 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 boop. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Am I having a stroke? God forbid. Knock on wood. Oh. Look at that flabby. Look at that flab. Used to be such a muscular arm. This used to be such a muscular arm. Now it's like a big old fat lady. No, I'm just kidding. Lisa said I have to stop calling myself old. Got to stop calling myself an old lady because I'm manifesting that I'm an old lady. I said, oh, I wish that was true. I do. Jim didn't have a chance to finish my comments section yesterday, so if you guys had more questions I didn't address, he's compiling them for me, so I'll address that in the upcoming video if the need be. But trying to think. Huh. Oh. Here he comes. What happened? Oh. Jim just got some devastating news. His cousin, which we always said was like his Rob, my brother Rob, his cousin, passed away yesterday at work. 40. It's crazy. Even before Jim's dad died, they came to live with Jim and his mom and dad and the cousin and their baby kind of thing. So I'm going to let him tell you more on his vlog. So link to that is in the description box down below if you guys are interested. But I think this saps my energy and my focus probably for the rest of the day. So I am so very grateful for all of you and all of your support. I'm so grateful to my friend Kay, who has just been like my guiding star. I am grateful for my friends and family who are walking this with me and before me. It's amazing. I love them all, and even with all of their own crises going on, they're still here for me, and that's just amazing. So thank you all very, very much. I love you. And as always, you take care. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye.